Hello guys, thanks for checking out at Net's Kitchen. It's lobster season, that means it's time for my favorite lobster bisque. This chunky lobster and creamy bisque for this recipe is so delicious. Here's how I do it. I start with boiling 4 of 3-ounce lobster tails. Once the lobster tails are 70% cooked or just at the time when they turn red and starting to curl, remove them into an empty pot. Then pour cold water to stop them from continued cooking. When they cool down, squeeze each tail to loosen the meat, then cut the bottom of the shell and the top of the shell. Carefully pull the meat out of the shell. Then remove the mud veins from all of them and set them aside. Now we are going to make the lobster shell stock by melting 1 tablespoon of butter. Then stir in the lobster shells in the boiling butter until all the butter is completely melted. Pour in half cup of cherry cooking wine and 4 cups of water. Add in 1 teaspoon of black corn pepper. Drop in 1 to 2 bay leaves, 4 of smashed garlic cloves, and 1 teaspoon of salt. And finally, add in half cup of cut celery and let it simmer for 15 minutes. While the stock is being simmered, cut all the lobster meat into small chunks and divide them into 2 parts. Once the stock is done simmering, which will take about 10 to 15 minutes, remove all the shells from the stock. Drain the soup in the strainer to separate all the spice and vegetable from the stock. In another separate pot, melt 1 tablespoon of butter, then add 1 cut onion and 1 cut carrot. Next, add in 1 cup of mushrooms. And then add in 2 tablespoons tomato paste, 1 teaspoon of salt, and some cayenne pepper for some heat. Next, add half cup of white wine. Then pour in the prepared stock and let it cook for 5 to 10 minutes or until all the vegetables are cooked. Then blend all the vegetable chunks with the blender until it's smooth. And add 1 cup of heavy whipping cream and 1 cup of 2% milk and stir to mix all the cream, milk, and soup well. Then add half of the lobster meat in the bisque. Yes, they are now ready to be served. When it's time to serve, I top the rest of the lobster meat equally in each bowl and as a garnish, and then sprinkle thinly cut scallion and chives, crushed in fresh black pepper. Then there you have it, beautiful, creamy, delicious lobster bisque. I love to serve it with thinly cut toasted baguette. Hope you will enjoy this luscious, chunky lobster bisque as much as me and my family. Thanks for watching.